Hello, Marissa. I love you. I like your hair. I like what you've done with it, even though it was an accident. And I hope you're still looking good whenever you decide to watch this again. Okay. Or not, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's talk about being creative. I'm creative. I'm a creative person, and I feel like being in school for, 18 plus years now has really killed a lot of that creativity. So I'm trying to find new ways of learning, new ways of being, new ways of experiencing the world, and for the love of God, new ways of expressing myself, because my current way is my wall. If you can see, it's kind of blurry. I love decorating. I like my space to reflect the way that I am. And I think the best way for me to be able to share my knowledge and my way of thinking is through creativity. And for me, that's going to be music. Or art. But I'm not the best at art. But I have the solution for both of those things. I'm also not the best at music. We're working on it, though. Solution. I have this TED Talk for you. It's in the thing. And a couple lessons to take away from that is that failure is success. You're failing because you're trying, and that's a lot more than what most people can say, you know? Yeah. Not everything's gonna be perfect, but if the point of doing it is to make me happy and to do something that I love, then it doesn't matter what the outcome is. Because either way, I fucking win. You know, I'm doing what I love. Yeah, sometimes it's as simple as walking my dog. Sometimes it's a little bit harder, like sitting down to write or practice a new skill that I may not be the best at, which can be really frustrating. But if we don't find ways of expressing creativity and silencing that little hater in our head, then you're never going to be creative. And you're going to die thinking, wow, I wish I painted more. You know, I've had these 5 canvases sitting in my closet waiting for me to use them because I have been telling myself that I don't have an idea good enough to take up a whole canvas. But I'll show you. The other day, I got bored. I was painting. I was trying to paint a hallway and try to capture how light hits different angles of a hallway through a window. I'd only ever done this in black and white before, so I tried it in color, and I quickly realized it wasn't working. So I didn't get very far. I also got tired. I didn't just give up. But fuck it. Who cares? I can get more canvas. There are so many canvases at Goodwill all the time. And I have 5. Who cares? And while I'm at it, I want to show you my next tip. So, I am driven, and it can be really hard to stay motivated to do all the shit that you want to do, especially when you're on your own for the first time, like I am, and maybe you're not the best at taking care of yourself, which I'm not. So, 1, you're lacking that physical energy, so take better care of yourself, please. Eat more. Exercise once in a while, but after you eat, I don't want to lose any more weight. But, to stay driven, I want you to remember this one TikTok I saw this morning. It's about Cringe Mountain, which is the idea that, there's this mountain. And this is the cringy part. Cringe! Okay. And here I am. Ding. Ding, there's my hair. There I am on the slope of the mountain, starting my journey. I'm not alone. Depicted, I'm alone, but really, I'm not. And I have to get through this part. We have to get through this part of the cringe, because sometimes your work is gonna suck. And once you learn to be okay with that, then who cares? But then, you eventually reach the apex. Yay! That's where you start enjoying your work. And all down here, boom, You have skill now. You have this skill that you worked on because you went through the shitty part of being cringy. I'm so sorry to be using so many profanities, but this is for me. And for people who are like sitting on the sidelines hating on you, they're like all the way out here. Ding, ding, ding. There's my little hater. In their car, in the fucking parking lot. They haven't even begun the ascend, you know? So, who cares what they say? You're gonna be cringy for a while. Deal with it. It's not like you weren't like super cringy in high school. And who do I care about from there now, right? Okay. But creativity and drive, they really go hand in hand. I want to be more driven so I can be creative, so I can express myself in new ways. And so all this knowledge I've accumulated over the last 5/18 years isn't for nothing. I think there are different ways of expressing things and teaching things that are so untapped that I really just want to stop listening to the systems that are already in place. Question authority. And then finding adaptive ways to cope with stress instead of maladaptive ways, like taking it out on others or projecting or getting defensive and being in denial about it. Often I feel like, this is a really bad feeling. I need to pretend it's not happening. But that doesn't help at all. On the flip side of that, distracting yourself is a really good way of not being stressed and not focusing on the shitty things of life. There's always going to be something bad to focus on, but that doesn't mean that you have to dwell on it, you know? Like, no one's holding a gun to your head telling you, you're not allowed to go out tonight. You're not allowed to do anything fun. I want you to sit, look at the wall, and feel guilty. No one's doing that. And it doesn't make you a bad person for not doing that either. Better ways to cope with stress include something called sublimation? Not sure how to say it. I read it. This means finding healthier ways of expressing your frustration. So if I were at a job where they took advantage of me and my coworkers, I could join an organization or start an organization that campaigns for workers' rights. Or if I'm feeling angry and a little bit volatile, which I have been feeling a lot lately, exercise, join boxing, go punch something. I would love that. I really want to go to one of those axe throwing rooms, but I saw TikTok ones where you bounce back, and I don't want a meat cleaver to the head. Sorry. And suppression. Again, distracting yourself. The best way to do this is with loved ones. I am learning that friends are worth having, and once you put in the energy, you'll get past the point where it's just work, you know? Like, there are people in my life that I genuinely just enjoy being around, and I don't feel stressed to perform in any certain way. I'm not constantly worried about what I'm gonna say next, and they don't make me feel stupid. It's hard to find your people, but you do. You will. You will continue to find more people, and your community will grow. So that's fucking dope. And my family. Just spend more time with your mom, please. Our time on Earth together is limited. I just don't want to get to the point, like, however many years from now, where I'm, I wish I spent more time with her. No! Do it now! Alright, we've knocked down our barriers. It's on you now to ascend Cringe Mountain. See you at the apex, shawty.